When conversations about love and sex arise, sometimes people only hit the surface.
With us, we're going to dive deeper.
I'm Anthony Brinson.
I'm Elle Fromm, and this is the Going Deeper podcast.
We've been gone for a minute. I can't even...
Yeah.
We got cameras, new setup. It been a minute. First of all, I see our pretty faces. How we doing?
Hi.
Elle looking good over there. Actually looking like a blonde. Sorry, no, let me stop.
Don't even!
If you know, you know.
We just came back, and you're already bringing that up. Anthony...
Man.
Idiot that he is.
Now I gotta be
asked me,
crazy.
have you ever been a blonde?
And it hurt because I was so serious. Because it was what was it a highlight thing?
I hadn't had my highlights redone in a while. I was like, he just called out my roots. Yeah, that'd be like if I was Anthony, how long has it been since your locks retwisted? No, that's rude. You don't say that.
That's not a bad. Well, it depends on the tone. Because if you just ask him, be like, yeah, you know. Or, like, it'd be different. You was like, you need a retwist. That's like, whoa.
Yeah, you didn't say, like, you need your highlights done, but that was a wake-up call. And literally the weekend after that, I got my highlights redone.
Crazy. Well, I mean, sometimes people say bullying works sometimes.
So you admit you were bullying me?
No.
On camera, in 4K. We got him.
I think he actually is recording in 4K, too. But speaking of that, we're on camera now. Like we said, our pretty faces. Glad to have this new format. Glad to be back in the Going Deeper podcast. How you been, Elle?
I've been good. Break was... a lot.
Yeah.
Since we last recorded, like, so much has happened. My grandfather passed away.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace. Miss him. But he was like 85, and his funeral service was really beautiful. So, doing better with that. Taking some cool classes this semester. I think you had a more eventful break than I did.
I can't share how eventful since the last time we recorded. It's been a lot, but I want to ask if you don't mind sharing. You mentioned your passing your grandfather, and if I'm not mistaken, you said like you hadn't had family members pass away in your lifetime.
Yeah.
How has it been or how was it dealing with that?
I have been very fortunate. The only family member I've lost is my great grandma, and she was like 102, and she died in her sleep, so it wasn't very upsetting for me. It's difficult. It's weird. It's like. You think of things that make you think of him, and you're like, oh, I should call him and tell him about it. And then you're like, oh, I can't. Yeah. Or like, his birthday's the day after mine, and I've never celebrated my birthday before not, like, without him, because his birthday's always the day after. So I'm like, oh, Papa's birthday is tomorrow, and, like, his birthday is still the day after mine, but he's not here.
Yeah,
So.
Well, appreciate you even still like recording after the break because it's no timeline or timetable for grief or to heal from stuff like that. So, like I said, RIP to your granddad, and appreciate you still for being here, and appreciate you for sharing as well.
Thank you.
I like. Also, since we have a type of relationship to be very vulnerable, being a podcast host, I like having that sense of vulnerability with like my audience, even if it's just like my own, just to show like we're still human. That's why we always joke, especially with All Shades of Chocolate. Like, if I make like a very like crazy outlandish joke, one, please don't fire me. Two, but I do things like that because that's just me. That's how I act on a daily basis. They like Jada, Shakira, Elle, they deal with me on a almost daily basis, and I just want to have that bit of like human past the camera or past the mic, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But,
you can say on camera now.
Right.
He used to say on camera, and then I told him that he wasn't on camera, and he started saying on mic, but you can say on camera again.
Mm-hmm. So whichever way y'all hearing and listening to us or watching us, now we got multiple avenues. But today's episode, if you want to tell them Dr. Fromm, since I'm pretty sure it was your idea.
It was my idea. Today's epic. I was going to say episode, and I was going to say topic. No.
Listen.
I'm rusty. I'm going to pause, so if you want to edit this out, you can.
No, I'm going to keep it in. I've been keeping it in a lot of stuff lately.
You always do that.
Yeah, they had to learn.
Keep my flubs
Beat it like a drum. If you listen to multiple podcasts, you'll get it. Anyway, Energizer Bunny.
I recently told Anthony this before we get into the topic. Anthony reminds me of one of the Migos because he is constantly ad-libbing.
It's because I'm black and got locks, but okay.
No!
And got glasses. Okay.
That is not it. And he keeps saying that. That's not true.
Which one you say I look? Which one you compare me to?
I said Quavo because he was the first one that came to mind.
Black history. All right, let me stop.
Okay, first of all, I said that during January.
She's gonna turn red. I already told you. Yeah.
I said that during January. It has nothing to do with looks. It's because you ad-lib.
That is true. What's an example? Or like
just now.
Just say something. Or like say something else. Like, something got to click in my head.
If I were to say birthday, you'd be like, candles. Cake. Like, what? It is during, like, every conversation. So that's why you remind me of one of the Migos. It is not based on looks. Yeah,
it's because, like, it's how my mind works. And Elle is one of the few people that, like, I vocalize it. But, like, every time, usually in most sentences, a certain word would trigger, like, a memory or, like, I remember something. So, like, she said birthday. I'm like, cake. She said candles, but yeah.
That
Matter of fact, cake and candles.
That made me. I saw that.
And cake and candles, my brother.
I
Cake
saw
and candles.
that. There's this post. It was like, men will say everything but just happy birthday. I'm glad you're in my life, because it was somebody's like birthday post, and his male friend commented, cake and candles, my brother. And I was like, that is something Anthony would say.
No, not that. No, I wouldn't do, because I find it's too that joke is too accurate, because I don't know why dudes do that. Like, just say happy birthday. It's not, hey, happy G Day. That one get me mad. Like, bro, what's the G? Like, happy G Day. Like, no, it's happy birthday. But I love also, at least on the podcast I'm a part of, we get on we'll at least say the topic, like, this is what's today's episode gonna be. Random.
Well, I wanted to get all the random out and then move on to the topic. Today's topic is love songs. Yay! There's like a million people in this room right now.
Right, and we didn't get a single woo or yay.
Yeah, what?
They just want to be quiet, obviously.
They just want to respect our space.
Right.
That's not
Yeah. This is probably gonna be a blank to edit, but yeah. I'm not gonna edit it.
Oh, I thought you meant like an actual blank. I was so confused. You just weren't cussing.
Yeah.
It's gonna be an obituary to edit. People in my middle school, that's such a middle school thing to do. Now I'm thinking about the girl who bullied me in middle school.
This reminds me, and ever since, it's been so funny, ever since I've been more lenient on my editing to see if it ever becomes a problem. But Liz had cussed on an episode of House Lights, and then she was like, we have a podcast called Going Deeper. It shouldn't be that bad. And I'm like, you know what?
It's about going deeper. No, it is. It's fully an innuendo. And I know that because I'm the one that picked the name.
Just the tip.
We were going to do just the tips, but we wanted it to be love and sex. So we're going to talk about love songs and sex songs today. By sex songs, I mean like songs about sex or songs that people listen to while they have sex.
So like when Neighbors Know My Name by Trey Songz, would that count?
See, we're off to a bad start because I don't know that song.
Shakira, would it count?
As somebody who has gotten a noise complaint from their landlord because their neighbors complained because they were having sex too loud, I feel like that is a song I should know.
Was the noise complaint about you, or were you the one making the noise complaint?
No, it was about me and Mike.
Listen, shout out Michael, bro. And
it's so funny.
I'm about to say, it's so funny that this is a running joke and it's not his name.
It's not his name. His name is not Mike, but Shakira called him that.
And,
Shush!
I'm about to say, I ain't even hear you. But, yeah, so I've also, disclaimer before people roast me or cook me once this episode comes out, I'm horrible with song names and song titles and artist names. But the melody, like if you sing the song, like, yeah.
He's going to be like, that song by that guy.
Yeah.
And I told him that this was the topic 2 weeks ago, so he would have time to like look up the lyrics and know the name. He just did not do it.
Yeah, memory's bad.
He's not going to know a lot of these. Like he'll say like, oh, my favorite love song is, and then he won't remember the artist, the song name, the album name, nothing. He'll just start humming it and I'll be like,
yep.
Hell if I know. Heck if I know.
So yeah, let's start us off, Dr. Fromm.
All right. So, Anthony, what do you think constitutes a love song? So what makes something a love song?
A song about being in love. So no, let me not be petty. To give a more serious answer, I'd say a love song has to have like the typical criteria of like a basic love song of like complimenting your partner, saying like you can't live without your partner, saying I love you, kind of, or at least somewhere in the song, or having that type of like sentiment in the song. So pretty much, I mean, yeah, a song about loving somebody.
So like, do you think
Here we go, you about to ask me.
like Love Song by Sarah Bareilles, which is the one where she says, I'm not going to write you a love song because you asked for it because you need one. With that, it's literally called Love Song, but do you consider it a love song?
Well, based on that quote you said from the song, it sounds like it's not supposed to be a love song.
It's because it's kind of like Potential Breakup Song by AJ and Allie. They said...
There's going to be a lot of this, because nope.
Well, the viewers might know. It's her singing to her label. Like, her label said, this is your album needs a love song. So she wrote a song called Love Song saying, I'm not going to write you a love song just because you think it will make my album sell better, but then that song did super well. And
Crazy
Potential Breakup Song literally says the lines, this is the potential breakup song. Our album needs just one.
That's pretty crazy.
Which, I have a friend, she doesn't like songs where they mention that it's a song.
I can understand that. It's like, or even though I kind of feel the reverse. I like when people do it. But
I like it too.
In TV shows, when they like break the fourth wall and like say it's a TV show, like I like moments like that. So like if a love song, if they're saying it's a song in a song.
So like I found this article from timeout.com by Alessandra Shade and Liv Kelly from Wednesday, the 10th, January 2024. Ooh, I wonder if this is British. Because it says it has the date before the month. But it's talking about the greatest love songs, and it has Let's Stay Together by Al Green, fantastic song. All of Me by John Legend. Oh, it's got Beyonce.
Mm-hmm. This your playlist you talking about?
No, Anthony.
What are you why won't you just answer the question? What are you talking about?
Because I said the article,
and
the
I
website name, the people who wrote it.
And I didn't hear you.
You didn't hear any of it?
No, that's why the question arises.
He was not listening to me, y'all. I was yapping.
Yap Olympics.
If you think about it, podcasts are just yapping.
Someone's at our door. Oh, it was Brad. He was just waving.
He's just waving. Yeah.
Which, yeah, no, true. I heard that, yeah, but...
Do you think breakup songs count as love songs?
No, it's a breakup song.
I feel like it's like a separate category.
Unless, it could be like a subgenre of love song, but unless you're saying how, like, you don't want to break up and you're talking about how much you love them, our audience is confused from something. And I know, yeah, I give up on... Again, since I'm not anyway, most of the time there's like noise outside of the room, and it's like people know we recording, but I mean, I had to let it go because it bothered me to a point where, you know.
There's just gonna be cut out me rolling my eyes, otherwise I'm gonna look like I'm just a very irritating person to be around.
Yeah, Brad, cut that up. Thank you, Brad. But
okay.
Anyways.
So this is an article. I'm just gonna start this whole section over. This is an article from timeout.com by, it says edited by Alexandra Shade, contributor Liv Kelly from this year, from last month, about some of the greatest love songs, like Let's Stay Together by Al Green, All of Me by John Legend. Interesting. They have Sinead O'Connor's version of Nothing Compares to You.
What's
not
the original version?
Prince.
Wow.
Her version is very, very pretty. I miss her. I didn't know her. I was just sad when she died. Dolly Parton, Temptations, Adele, stuff like that. Do you have a favorite love song?
I wouldn't be able to name it.
Do you have like a few?
I wouldn't be able to name them. I'm sorry. Again, this is why I went on that whole rant.
I gave you 2 weeks.
And it's like, no, I could. I don't know how I had to look on camera, but I could check on my phone and look for certain songs and be like, oh, yeah, that's that.
I thought you were going to do this before we recorded.
I did, but I don't remember.
Viewers, I gave him 2 weeks to research this topic. And I know that because I have mine. So my favorite love song is Say You Won't Let Go by James Arthur, but I recently found out that he's homophobic, which is deeply...
Is that confirmed?
Deeply upsetting. Yes.
Okay,
and
cool.
not like...
Based on what? I'm just trying to make sure.
One incident, it was like... He got dropped by his record label because he had multiple instances of just like he wouldn't shut up.
Okay.
And I'm very morally strict. I don't listen to Kanye, I don't listen to R. Kelly, I don't listen to like all these other people because they do stupid things. I don't listen to Morgan Wallen. He only really has 2 good songs. It's Chasing You and Whiskey Glasses, and anybody who says otherwise is just wrong.
His song with Lil Durk I feel is good, but you know, Broadway Girl.
The point is, that's still my favorite love song, is Say You Won't Let Go by James Arthur, but that whole album is so good. It's just, I was so upset to find out that he's a homophobe.
What genre of artist is he? Because I'm not too familiar with who that is.
Pop. You Say You Won't Let Go, you probably know it.
Yeah, again, we'll probably know it.
Say You Won't Let Go, Say You Won't Let Go.
Great voice.
Thank you. You don't know that? It was all over the radio. It came out in like 2016. I'm looking it up.
Yeah, I probably do know it, just it's not clicking right now. But
what year did this
Typity type.
Oh, you can hear me typing.
And see it.
How fun. Oh, yeah, and you can see it.
Typity type. Look at Elle's, look at her, like, computer, by the way. Look at all the stickers.
Yeah, these are really old. Some of them are really old. I'm definitely not as into BuzzFeed Unsolved as I used to be, but I stand by most of them.
Shout out to 1909. I see that.
I got lots of Baby Yoda stickers.
Do you have stickers on the front? Yeah, I think you got, I see one.
I have a State News sticker on the inside.
That's it?
Yeah.
So Jada Shakira, you see how she don't got an all shades of chocolate sticker? Crazy. She don't even got going deeper.
LaPlante has one.
Right, shout out.
All right, first of all.
She don't got a going deeper sticker, crazy.
There are no going deeper stickers.
I think there are, actually.
They didn't have them made around the same time that all the other ones were made.
I don't remember. Yeah.
Second, I didn't want to appropriate by putting all shades of chocolate on my laptop, so.
I wonder what is the line. Where do we draw the line between appropriating and just appreciating? Where is that line?
I think it'd be weird if I had one that said like Black Girl Magic.
Okay,
like that's appropriating. Yeah, that's weird.
But like all shades of chocolate, I mean, we're literally your friends.
That's true. I could get one.
Do you even got space? Well, I guess on the front. Yeah.
Yeah, I could put it on the inside. If it's this important to you, I will add one. So back to love songs.
Okay.
Oh my God, who is calling me? Oh, it's my
shout
mom.
out them. Oh,
Mom, I'm recording a podcast.
Shout out Mama Fromm. Should have answered. Be like, hey, you want a podcast?
No. She just got a new job, and we're very proud of her.
Oh, that's what's up. Where she work, or what type of job? You don't
It's a research job.
Hey,
it's like a remote research job, but it's at MSU.
Hey,
Like, she came up here, not that kind of research. She's a dietitian.
Either way, I mean, hey, research.
It's like for a study. I'm very proud of her. She's very much deserves it.
And she's working for her alma mater. That would be the right term, right?
It is.
Yeah,
yes, look at you.
Yeah.
My mother has 2 degrees from MSU.
As she should. I think we've talked about her before. Shout out.
We have. Okay, so some other love songs. I'm a big Ed Sheeran fan. There is an Italian version of Perfect with Andrea Bocelli, and it is so good. It's so good. It's like, it has more of an, is it orchestral energy.
Mm-hmm.
Orchestral can't be right. That sounds very, I felt like an idiot saying it.
The English language do kind of get like that sometimes.
Yeah. As a linguistics minor, very true. It has like violins, and that's me playing the violin. Violins and more stringed instruments. It's a very beautiful version of the song. And it's not just Andrea Bocelli singing in Italian, it's Ed too.
I appreciate
Are y'all good
Devontae.
over there?
No, because I was about to say, I appreciate him for drinking that water very quietly. Like, thank you so much.
I know when there were
they over here cracking
and there's gonna be
up.
3 people in the room other than us. I was like, this is not gonna end well, and I was right.
Just because he was like, and then he started
Very
getting icing stop and he looked around.
I'm over here trying to talk about Ed Sheeran's Italian version of Perfect, which is one of my favorite love songs.
The camera can't see him trying to quietly exit. Let's
Not
see if
him.
he succeed. Let's see if he succeed. Let's see if he. We love Devontae. I heard a little bit of noise, but it's okay. About 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10.
Okay.
Question. Since you mentioned Ed Sheeran, would Shape of You be considered a love song?
Yeah, but I thought it was kind of overplayed. I just think he has other songs that are better.
Yeah, that's usually how it happens with songs like that. Even from that album, low key, you could argue it's not the best song, but it's a classic. So.
I have a playlist called Men Being Obsessed with Their GFs that has some of my favorite love songs.
That's so cute.
It's an interesting overlap of country and R&B, because when you think about it, if you take away the actual sound of the music and what it sounds like, country music and R&B have a lot in common.
So if you take away what makes music and make it in common.
No, the lyrics are what remains. Like the subject, like what they're talking
But you said if you take out...
I meant the sound of the music.
I'm just messing with you. Just keep going.
I'm fed up with you.
Quick question, though, real quick, kind of off topic, but music related. What classifies a classic as a classic? Whether it be classic song or album, what makes it a classic? Because I'm very strict on what I try to be on what makes it a classic.
I don't know. I think some people would say it has to be around for a number of years. It depends on, I feel like each genre would have their different requirements. How well it does, how many people know the song outside of fans of that genre. Like, people know Back in Black by AC/DC. They might not be fans, like, I'm not a fan of rock music, but I know that song. Most people know that song. And if you think you don't, you would recognize it if you heard it.
Yeah, I was so about to hit you with that. I don't recognize my name, but probably.
You would absolutely recognize. It's kind of like a yelling thing, so I'm not going to sing it.
But one of my criteria for a classic is just, like, it has to span, like, through generations. Or, like, for example, obviously I consider Michael Jackson, most of his catalog are classics. But, like kids know Michael Jackson, people our age know Michael Jackson, parents, etc., etc. Or like
No, I just cracked my knuckle right in the mic. Sorry, team.
And one of mine would be like, usually my parents or sometimes grandparents don't really listen to listen to specific music once they get to a certain age. But like Shape of You, for example, it got like 1 billion views on YouTube. Who knows the streams? And my parents would probably know it if they heard it. So that's why it classifies.
But I don't. Yeah, it's like different requirements. But back to my Men Being Obsessed with Their GFs playlist. I have over 172 playlists, and they're very specific. Like, I was telling my cousin about this at Christmas. I was like, I have a playlist called Names, and it's just songs that are people's names. And he was like, when are you ever going to be like, you know what I want to listen to right now? My Names playlist. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair.
That's pretty
I
good.
have one called Calendar, and it's songs that mention different months of the year. Like,
January.
like Once Upon a December from Anastasia, or...
I thought you were about to say Anesthesia.
No.
Redhead.
Migos! That was a perfect example. You ad-libbed yourself.
Mama.
I said Anastasia. You said Anesthesia. Redhead, because if you don't know this, redheads...
We're gonna learn shit.
I can't with you.
We Jay from nothing to something. I said, thank you, Jada. Thank you, Jada. The choreography, we love it. Elle, tell you she gonna turn red. You see she getting pink a little
just want to get my thoughts out about my freaking playlist, and you keep interrupting me.
I gotta provide some type of content if I don't got nothing to provide for the actual topic.
If only somebody had given you 2 weeks to think about the topic.
If only. If only.
I did give him 2 weeks. Okay.
What my heart was telling me.
You skipped a line.
I know.
That is a very good song. I can't even
Thank
be
you,
mad.
Janet.
I can't even be mad.
That's that junk. But,
You skipped the if only I knew what my heart was telling me. Don't know what I'm feeling. Is this just a dream?
Yeah.
That song is so good.
Shout out.
Okay, but I think there is a specific type of like male artists making songs where they like it's almost worship women that is unique to R&B and country, because I don't think you find it in pop or rock or any other genre. Like, if there's probably like a fringe genre I'm forgetting, Don't Come For Me. Mm-hmm. But it's like a type of, you are the reason I wake up in the morning, like you are the best thing that's ever happened to me, that I think is unique to country and R&B. So like my Men Being Obsessed With Their GF playlist is like Back at One by Brian McKnight. 1, you're like a dream come true. 2, just wanna be with you.
Okay.
3, girl, it's plain to see that you're the only one for me. And 4, repeat steps 1, 2, 3. 5, make you fall in love with me. And after I believe my work is done, then I start back at 1. You guys couldn't see, but Jada and Shakira perfectly gave the energy that I needed them to.
And I also love you can actually sing, because that makes it much more audibly pleasing.
If you were like, why did she keep going with that? Because I was receiving the energy I needed to receive. Thank you both so much.
And I'm glad they helped you, because I didn't know the song. So
I actually discovered that song because somebody, you don't know that, bro.
It's bad.
I discovered that song because when they took like a week. It took from Tuesday to Saturday for them to call the 2020 election, and somebody said like they're in that booth counting the votes like this, because he says I start back at 1.
That's funny.
And that's how I discovered that song. But I've also got Time Is Love by Josh Turner, country song, Because of You by Neo, She's Everything, Brad Paisley, You Got It Bad by Usher. So that type of music.
So I got a question for you. Or I got a question for you and then Jada and Shakira. Theirs is not going to be serious. Yours is going to be serious. So, and it's obviously a different type of love, but when like Christians make certain songs saying like, I love the Lord, I love Christian, or I love God, would you consider those a subgenre of love songs?
I would consider them a subgenre of love songs. Maybe not a good subgenre. No. Uh-oh. Do you mean like modern Christian music, or do you mean like
in general
hymns, like stuff you would actually hear in a church?
Or modern Christian music, not like
modern Christian music is a little corny.
Oh, hot take? I don't agree.
I don't think that's a hot take. I feel like a lot of people would agree with that.
I was about to say no. Don't speak for a lot of people now. I was about to say
not
no.
all of it.
Modern Christian music is lit. My fault.
Man.
We're probably listening to different types of modern Christian music.
To the Lord.
Yeah. If that could be a whole other topic, because I could agree with you depending on where you at. But the unserious question, y'all think some songs by Dixon Dallas could be considered love songs?
I don't want to give Dixon Dallas a platform.
Oh, you know who that is? Okay, cool.
Yeah, and we've talked about this before.
Have we?
Yes,
like on mic or us?
Us.
Oh, okay.
I am aware that real people cannot queerbait. I'm aware that it's wrong to speculate about people's sexuality. But there are real gay country artists that deserve much more attention than Dixon Dallas does.
Wait, there are? Can you shout out some? Do you know some? I ain't know that.
Oh my God, wait.
And yeah, his situation, while you look that up, his situation, since it's I don't know, that's just my opinion on it. I don't know, because he hasn't clarified, at least to my knowledge, he hasn't clarified if he actually is a part of the community or not. If he's not, I do find it, like if it were to come out that he's not, I do find it weird. If he is, then just make music about what he like to do. And then I don't know. Somebody actually, I was asking.
Okay, Andrew Mitch he's a country singer. He has a song called All in My Head, where he's talking about bringing somebody home to his parents and how much they're going to love them. And then he says, but I know that it's all in my head because they'll just wish you were a girl instead. And that's like, ow.
Dang.
I think that's a more universally true gay experience that is better to write country music about than Dixon Dallas.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Also because, I don't know if people outside country music know this, sexually explicit country music is exceedingly rare. Like, I can only name a few sexually explicit country musics it's Dixon Dallas, the guy who sings, I don't even know if I can say the name of the song on this podcast.
Just say it, or just blanket.
It's called Richard Down in Dallas.
Okay.
Not actually Richard, the nickname for for Richard.
Oh,
Trey Lewis
man,
has a song.
I did not get that. Okay.
The first time I heard that song, I was driving and I pulled over. Like, that's how rare it is to hear that sexually explicit. And it's not that...
I think you told me about that song.
It's not that country music... There aren't country songs about sex, because there are, like Knockin' Boots by Luke Bryan or Wagon Wheel by Darius Rucker. And I'm aware that that's not the original version. I just don't know who sings the original. My bad. You don't know Wagon Wheel?
No, the first one I said I might do know.
Knockin' Boots is Luke Bryan.
I think I know that. Yeah.
Yeah, Knockin' Boots, obviously a euphemism for sex. Darius Rucker, Rock Me Mama Like a Wagon Wheel, Rock Me Mama Any Way You Feel. So it's not that it doesn't exist, it's that it's not explicit.
Okay.
Like, I have a country playlist of like 250 songs. Only 3 or 4 of them are marked as explicit. Whereas, like, my 90s rap playlist, it's like all of them.
First off,
so it's just... West Side, when we ride, coming quick with game. You
claim to be a player, but anyways.
Your wife.
But
we bust some bad boys. Fuck. Oh.
And there we go. Yep. Keeping it in, Zeus.
I was so worried about...
I thought you was going to accidentally say the N-word.
No, I was so focused because that's the N-word is what comes right before that.
Yeah.
We bust on bad boys, N-words, F for life. And I was so focused on not saying the N-word that I accidentally said the F-word.
I won't judge
Which is better than,
I won't judge you if you are, but I do find white people who do this corny. But are you the type of person...
To go like this?
No, not even
I hate
that.
that.
That's just... That's
I held for people just listening. It's like a shush thing that white people do.
But are you the type of white person to replace it with a different word like ninja or neither?
I wouldn't replace it with either of those, but if it's a word that can be substituted, like the clean version of "Kiss Me More" by SZA. Oh no, they just cut it out. It's messing with you, feel like jail. I can't even exhale. That song, the clean version of that song is very good. No, I'm not. I would just not say. I use that, especially in rap, I use that moment to take a breath. Like, for example, my favorite Megan Thee Stallion song, although Hiss might have topped it, my favorite Megan Thee Stallion song is Circles, because it's a sample of Jasmine Sullivan. But she says, bullet wounds, backstab, mama died, still sad at war with myself in my head, BITCH, it's Baghdad. New N-word, trying to come around and play clean up my clothes fit tight, but my heart needed seamstress. She says something before that part too, but the second verse of that song is my favorite verse of hers. By the time I get to the part where she says the N-word, I'm running out of breath because I am not a rapper. I don't have breath control. So
But you're a singer.
Like, yeah, but I haven't done like choral warm-ups since senior year of high school, which is like 4 years ago. So like the singing, like I when I finally get to that point in the song, it's just like new trying to come around and play, like, you know? So it doesn't make sense. I just breathe instead of substituting it with a new word.
You mentioned Hiss might have topped it.
Yeah, I just think Hiss...
Don't be mad at Megan.
They're mad at Megan's Law.
So get up off your...
That, just bars, for starters. But the other parts of that...
Crazy.
Fake-ass accents. Like, why is she yelling?
Again, another cuss word.
Posted in another hood like a bat. Like, that's so funny. I also think she came for Drake.
Yeah, people feel that was that specific line you just said was the Drake diss.
But walking around with the same scars.
Yeah, she's mad. I do hope, especially as a battle rap fan, as just a rap beat fan, that she do respond to Nicki.
Oh, I think it's a million times funnier if she doesn't.
It's more embarrassing on Nicki's behalf, but like, even if a diss is bad, you talking about my damn mama and calling me a pedophile. If she don't respond to that, that's crazy. Me personally.
I think it's funnier that she did, because it wasn't even directed at Nicki. Like, Nicki is the one that heard the line, worried about Megan's Law, and thought, this is about my sex offender husband.
Well, I'm not gonna lie.
You seem to have brought that on yourself. You're the one that married him and had a kid with him.
Exactly. But if Megan were to try and deny that was about Nicki, I'd call it BS personally. Like, come on now, we know.
Yes, but I don't think Nicki's reaction should have been as big as it still is. Like, she still hasn't shut up.
Yeah, that's how you know somebody's guilty. And she knew it was about her, so yeah.
So,
dog, y'all silly over here. But
can you think of any more love songs that you love?
Now we in the middle of the club, trying not to cry to a love song. Rod Wave lyric.
I wish Deshaun were here so he could tell us how he feels about Rod Wave, because that was funny.
I would literally get the camera and put it on Jada just for because shout out Rod Wave.
Run over here.
Shout out Rodarius. Shout out Rodarius Waverton, bro.
Is that his real name?
No, Rodarius I think is his real name.
I feel so stupid for falling for that. That was very embarrassing. Because that's the kind of thing that would be true.
But no, I was asking the other day, well, There Goes My Baby by Usher.
There goes my baby.
Shout out Keke Palmer. I thought you was going.
Sorry.
So, question: would that song by Charlie Wilson, same song, same title, would that also count as a love song?
I think it does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Shout out Unc. All right. Matter of fact, because I think I've asked them which song is better.
I like the Usher. I like the Usher one better.
I ain't gonna lie, that's Unc, bro. Charlie, last
Sorry.
name Wilson.
Sorry, it's not that the other one is bad.
it's a great
I just
debate,
prefer
though.
the Usher one because I like Usher more.
You're gonna hear me sing.
But there's like lots of different love songs that like they're like musical theater has its own love songs. I've got a Disney playlist that has a lot of love songs. Like the original version of Once Upon a Dream, like actually from the old animated Sleeping Beauty movie, is so good. It's so good. And I think it's Lana Del Rey that made the version that's much lower. That's a good song too. But the original duet, watching the movie always makes me tear up because I think it's a really beautiful song.
What about Love is an Open Door? Love is an open door. Love is an open door.
The songs that are in Disney movies now are more similar to Broadway or even pop music, but more so show tunes type of love songs and less similar to the more... I'm not saying it's an opera, but it's a different style that Snow White or even Cinderella, like Once Upon a Dream is, I know you, I walked with you once upon a dream. Ooh. I know you, the gleam in your eyes is so familiar a gleam.
I love the
that
choir.
Doesn't sound the same way.
And the choir person in me loves how you said, oh, like you.
What can I say? Man. I had very spread vowels, but that's a much different type of sound and song and vibe than, like, we finish each other sandwiches. Like, that's just corny. I'm sorry. I love Kristen Bell. She went to the same grade school that I went to.
Fun fact.
She is from Royal Oak. Or no, she's from Huntington Woods. Still. And that's cool and all, but it doesn't have, like, the magic to it. I'm not saying modern Disney songs are bad. I'm not even saying we should go back to that. I'm just saying that they're very different to me.
Understandable. So what's another love song you can think of?
I have so many. I am not good at making, like a long playlist of love songs. My playlists are more, like fan edit songs or songs that I see in a lot of fan edits. Like, it's more likely to be hyper-specific, whereas... Like, I have a heartbreak playlist, but it's not that good. But my high school revenge fantasy playlist is remarkable, which is really closer to middle school for me, because I didn't really get bullied in high school. I got bullied in middle school.
Mm-hmm. Man, forget them bullies.
Well, the girl who bullied me looks like a horse. She looked like a horse then, she looks like a horse now, so... God insulted you better than I ever could.
Dang, that's crazy.
She was mean.
I'm glad you don't name drop. I'm glad we don't name drop.
Oh my God, I would never, ever say her name like that. Man. And before you say I'm not being a girl's girl, she is not a nice person. I am justified in saying that she looks like a horse. She's got a really long face.
Oh, you keep
I'll show y'all pics later and you will see that I am right.
So BoJack Horseman type?
Yeah.
Dog. And I just thought of one. I know you don't like one of the artists. You probably won't like either artist, but I think it's called The Take, Chris Brown and Tory Lanez.
I don't like either of them.
That's why I say you probably won't like either of them. But I don't want to put you in 7 position for 70 minutes. You get it, man.
We're going to get into that in a second.
Okay.
But
I guess that would be more of a say instead of
yeah, we're going to talk about sex songs in a bit because this is a sex and love podcast.
Neighbors know my name.
But,
we scratch and yell at my bad.
No, I'm glad you're contributing.
My name. Right, I'm actually.
Do you know any love songs in other languages?
Hear me out. Hear me out. Would Despacito be a love song?
No, it's a sex song. Have you looked at the translated lyrics?
Yeah, I know the English version. Or Justin Bieber, right? Don't he sing?
Yeah, but the translated version, the salsa version. I listened to the salsa version of that song.
There's a salsa version?
So many times that I started getting ads in Spanish, and I'm very serious.
Maybe watching us.
And I do listen to music in Spanish. I have a playlist called Songs I Like in Spanish that has like 4,000 views.
I don't know if you got I don't know if you got an opinion on this, but somebody said Bad Bunny is the Michael Jackson of his type of music he make. And I don't listen to him, so I don't got an opinion.
I would say Bad Bunny makes the reggaeton, but I could be incorrect, and I'm thinking that just because he makes music in Spanish. So if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I think the Michael Jackson of reggaeton is Daddy Yankee. I don't think it's Bad Bunny. I don't think Bad Bunny's been around long enough to solidify himself that way.
Because I know who that is, so that might be a good comparison.
I mean, Gasolina is an incredible song. He's got great other songs too, but I feel like most people either know it or would hear it and be like, "This is fire."
I don't know why that song just reminded me of Gas Pedal. Hold up. Gas Pedal. Wait a minute, make it fall off. Gas Pedal. She gon' shake it like a red nut. Hey, like hey. Shout out middle school dances. Why were they playing those for middle school dances?
They didn't play that at my middle school dance. What kind of middle school did you go to?
Seasoned one.
But I listen to music in a lot of other languages. I've recently started listening to a lot of music in Arabic. Shout out my friend Isabel. I don't know if she listens. Isabel, if you're listening.
Phineas of her? Which would be
Quavo,
Isabella.
silent. She introduces me to a lot of music in Spanish because she's Mexican American, but she also listens to music in Arabic. She's an aspiring polyglot, so she speaks like a bunch of languages. Polyglot is somebody who knows like more than 3 languages.
Oh.
So she speaks a few semi-fluently. She speaks Mexican, Spanish, and English fluently. She knows a lot of Chinese. She's learning Arabic now. She also knows like a bit of Italian and French. She's just a very cool person.
Random fun fact. So Jada Shakira. So apparently Shawnee is fluent in Chinese. Shout out Shawnee.
I don't know who that is.
My loctician and really good friend.
I didn't know loctician was a word.
Yeah. Well, is it an official word? That's a good question.
I don't know. Is she fluent in Cantonese or Mandarin?
Just Chinese, she said, from my knowledge.
Probably Mandarin then, because they're...
Yeah, I would. I can ask her specifically, but also shout out Shawnee. If you need a retwist, if you need your hair done, Shawnee.
I'll hit her up.
At Life of Shawnee on Instagram. But,
look at you supporting your friends.
Yeah.
So some songs, I know a love song in Dutch because my ex-girlfriend's Dutch.
Real quick, Shawnee SHAWNIE. My bad. All right, I had to make sure.
No, I'm all for you supporting your friends. I'm probably not gonna say it right, but it's Magik Dan Bayao or Bayao. It's a very pretty song. It means "Can I hide with you?" And like the melody is like da 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 da. Like it's a very pretty song.
That song, I don't know why that reminded me of Panic at the Disco. What do you can imagine?
Let's talk about that song. Why is the waiter in the church? Why is you don't invite the waiters from the reception to your actual wedding. You don't even know who they are. You just book the venue, and the venue comes with waiters. Says a bride. As I'm pacing the pews of a church corridor. If you're pacing the pews of a church corridor,
people ever heard of? My bad, I'm sorry.
Anthony.
My bad, I'm sorry.
And no, let me walk you through this. If you are pacing the pews of a church corridor, where are you? A church, correct?
I guess.
Am I correct?
I don't remember this lyric from the song.
I can't help but overhear an exchanging of words. What a beautiful wedding, says the bridesmaid to who? Or to whom? A waiter. Why is the waiter there?
The fact that you know the difference between who and whom and when to use it.
Yes, I do. What? Why?
No, I could count on one hand and probably take away 2 fingers.
But what is the waiter doing in this church? That irritates me about that song, because you had to just say like a bridesmaid to a guest. Or a bridesmaid to a groomsman, or anyone else who would reasonably be at this church. Or you could have said, as I'm pacing the pews, or as I'm freaking out at the reception, then the waiter makes sense. Like, you had so many other choices, and you picked one that doesn't make any sense to me.
I didn't expect it was going to be such a serious thing for you.
It is. And
shout out Panic at the Disco.
The Dutch song that I was talking about, it's a good song, but for some reason the single cover looks like those Obama Hope posters.
I mean, you can show it to the camera now.
Let me show you guys. No, because once you see it, you will know what I'm talking about.
I about to say you better be accurate, because we looking at you like during Black History.
Why does this look like a political ad?
Yeah, you got me. Yeah.
To the camera. Great song.
Why did she?
But why does it look like that?
Colorblind. You know them books they used to show you to see if you Yeah. By the way, do you got your contacts in today?
I do. Yeah. Yes, I wear contacts now. Oh my god, the hands on the chain of my glasses don't whack into the headphones anymore.
So are you officially like team contacts now?
I've been team contacts for a while. I wore contacts in high school. I just didn't. I hadn't gotten my contacts, or I hadn't gotten my prescription done in a while, and I hadn't ordered contacts. That's all.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I like both because I think I look pretty similar with them. Like there are some people. Like I've known people. If you have really small, like deep set eyes, and you wear glasses, it's like a glow up. Because it magnifies your eyes. So I think some people look better with glasses and some people look better with contacts. But I feel like I look the same. I've been trying to get my boyfriend to get contacts.
How you feel about us? Have you seen us without our glasses?
I think so. I can imagine you without glasses. I can't imagine you two without glasses.
Are we giving a demonstration? All the way off?
I can't see.
I feel like Jay looks so adorable with our glasses.
Aw.
Shakira, do you want to? You don't want to participate?
We did go to a party once where...
Look at Shakira. Like, so adorable.
We were at a party. Do you guys remember?
Do you see Shakira?
No, she's behind the screen. Aw.
Yeah.
We were at a party. It was all of us.
Gosh.
Am I going to get to tell this story?
My bad. I was just saying I took my glasses off. Okay. I can barely see.
Put them back on.
I can barely. Dang, you saying I'm ugly? That's crack. That is insane,
I didn't say
bro.
you're ugly. I didn't.
Why I gotta put 'em back on?
I said put them back on
Why?
because it's unsettling. Like, it doesn't feel like it's
so
you.
my face is unsettling.
No, it doesn't.
You're digging
seem...
the hole, Elle. Just tell your story. Just tell your story.
It doesn't seem like
just
you.
tell your
Like,
story.
that's not Anthony. That's like your like Banthony. Like, it looks like an evil version of you.
This is Antoine. So funny story. So funny story. So I've gotten out of
Put
trouble.
them back on.
No, I've gotten out of trouble from taking my glasses off. So I was in elementary school, and remember your story. But I was in elementary school, and it was one of those situations where, like,
I already forgot my story.
The table was being bad and yelling, so they punished the whole table. And I was sitting there like, I don't remember if I was chilling or if I was part of the badness. But they had all the kids lined up, and I had my glasses on. So I took my glasses off and just walked away, and they didn't stop me. They didn't recognize me.
See,
Yeah.
you look like a different. Like, it looks like. It's unsettling in that I'm not used to it. It's not unsettling because your face is unsettling. You misinterpreted that.
Thank you for the clarification. I did.
Obviously. Yeah, you think, one, I would say that, but also I would say that on camera. Be like, yo, your face is like, what? No.
Question. How long do we plan on going for this episode? Just out of curiosity. Because
we got to get to our... We're going to talk real quick about sex songs, and then we'll dip. And then we can do another episode about breakup songs. Because I have a long... I once threw up in my shower listening to Unbreak My Heart by Toni Braxton.
I think...
Unbreak my heart, say you love me again.
That's that joke. I actually know that one.
See, you know it.
Mm-hmm.
That song is so good. But yeah, no, I was in my feels. It was my first breakup. I had just been dumped. I was like 19, threw up in my shower.
Is this the same person you referenced in the what's the name episode?
Yeah.
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 Okay. So do you want to transition now over to...
Just now on to sex songs.
We can fit them all in. Pause if you want to fit it all in one episode. But
No. I want to talk about love songs and sex songs, and then we'll do a different episode for breakup songs.
Okay.
So sex songs. Question for you, Anthony.
Okay.
Anybody who only listens to the love part of the podcast, bye.
Dog.
It was great seeing you. Well, I don't know. Like family members of mine.
I guess... I wonder if I could check that analytics-wise. But anyways, we can...
Do you have a sex playlist?
Nah.
You are missing out.
Yeah, I've heard. I was just telling you off the mic. I usually don't listen to music when I'm having sex because I'm so focused on this. I try to be focused on the woman I'm pleasing at that moment. So silly.
Jada!
But with like music,
She's over there literally.
yeah, that's why I did
Whenever
this
Jada laughs and she doesn't want it to like make a noise, she pulls her sweat. She looks like a turtle. Like you're turtling right now. I wish y'all could see her, but she's over there going.
But because I'm
Cruising down the street.
But so I've done a joke cruising down the street in my drop.
It's slapping the hose. I have a video of you and Stevie doing that. It is the funniest thing in the world.
Okay, that's hilarious.
Yeah, I have a video of it.
But
It's very funny.
Yeah, I usually be too focused on the song.
That has happened to me. I will start singing and my boyfriend does not like it. He'll be like, we're in the middle of something here, and I'll be like, so I lounge around in my lawn. I'm like, I'm into it. Like, it's adding to the experience, but
he be having you singing?
Yes.
In both ways?
Yes.
Shout out
Correct. It'd be crazy if I were like, no. Like, what?
Mike.
All right.
Hump day.
All right. Tone it down. Still my boyfriend, not yours.
No, I was making it. You don't know that commercial?
Hump Day is from a commercial?
No, but it was a commercial with it. Anyway.
We should do an episode about weirdly horny commercials. Have you seen the one about the dishwasher where it's like, we do it every day, and the dude that they're talking about is running their dishwasher?
Nope, I'm not.
Ridiculous.
You lost me on that one.
Okay, so my sex playlist has Bruno Mars, Lizzo. No, I don't. Oh, I thought you were saying show the camera. I was like, I don't want to be judged for having 5 seconds of summer on here. It's one song. It's Valentine. But I have Vertigo by Jason Derulo and Jordan Sparks before they broke up, obviously. But I thought they were a cute couple. Freak by Doja Cat. Comeback by JoJo. We were just talking about that one.
Good song. She put me in.
I did. It's a great song. If you were to have a sex playlist, what would you put on there? That's
a good question. It would depend on the mood I'm in. Like if I'm... This is an awkward position I'm in. So I was about to say it would depend on if I'm trying to make love or if I'm trying to, but I don't know if
FAWK.
Yeah, I don't know if I technically would that even Because it's a love and sex podcast, and that so.
Well, see, mine is like builds. Like you start with like the slower songs, and then it then it gets to the
which
more
would make
fast
sense
songs.
too, because usually
and then it goes back down.
Yeah, usually that's.
And then
how
you put that on repeat.
Yeah, and then that's a
Let
good.
me wink at the camera. I feel like more people should wink more. My New Year's resolution is to wink more.
You describing that crescendo, decrescendo, that shows you experience, which. But man, I mean, I guess would it be crazy if we hosted a podcast like this and we weren't experiencing
That's
that?
what I was thinking. It would be insane if we had a love and sex podcast. And I'm not, like, because we talk about self-love and other stuff, too.
Yeah, but...
It would just be very... There would be so many situations where I'd be like, you know that thing, and you like one of us would be like, no.
But basically, we be fucked beside all of these stuff.
Whoa!
I said fuck. No, I ain't say that.
Other people, though. Not to each other.
Right, yeah. No, But, yeah, just... being unexperienced in that field, it'd be like being a host of All Shades of Chocolate and not liking chocolate. Anyways, but...
Or it'd be like if I were one of the hosts of All Shades of Chocolate.
If you come over here, you expose yourself. So...
The joke there is that...
No, we go save it to our very last episode of All Shades of Chocolate to say...
Oh, they don't know?
No, they don't know. So, yeah, that's why I told her, if you come over here, hey, you expose yourself.
Well, you said her, and they know it's not you, so you've narrowed it down.
Well, I made the joke initially, but
yeah.
But find out on our very last episode of All Shades of Chocolate.
All right, you can put the middle fingers down, Queen. Put them down. Okay.
Salute.
It would be like if I were a host on All Shades of Chocolate. It just wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, it'd be All Shades of Candy.
I'm telling you.
So every time I make that joke, she always be like, but there's white chocolate.
But there is and white chocolate is nasty, to be clear.
Whoa, hey, no disrespect to white chocolate. No, come on. No.
It's not good.
Disagree.
If you ask somebody their favorite type of chocolate, they'll either say, I don't like chocolate, or they say milk chocolate or dark chocolate. Nobody in their right mind
Somebody would say dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate's my favorite type of chocolate. What? You don't like dark chocolate?
No, it's terrible.
It's so
bitter.
good.
Hey, I don't know if it's bitter or strong, whatever the
No. It's not that dark chocolate's too bitter. It's that milk chocolate is too sweet.
I like stuff very sweet, so yeah, that makes sense. Shout out Prime, best drink on the market. Not sponsored, but...
It would be... Imagine if we had a sponsor. This is brought to you by NordVPN, because they sponsor, like, everybody.
Right. This is sponsored by Blue Chew. This is sponsored by Honey Packs.
Honey Packs, though.
This is sponsored by...
Speaking of putting you on to something.
This is sponsored by Prawn Hubs. I know this stuff.
Speaking of Honey Packs.
I don't know if I would
In the words of Linda Belcher from Bob's Burgers, sometimes you want to ride the roller coaster twice and you don't want to wait in line. Let me put you onto those.
Hip. Shout out.
Do not work on women. And I had to eat honey to find that out, because I really hate honey.
Really?
I hate it. I think it tastes so bad.
So you can never play Winnie the Pooh, huh?
Why would I ever want to? I'd have to walk around bottomless with just the red shirt on.
I mean, that may be comfortable. Who knows? You never know. This brings on a random conversation. If you're familiar with Kai Cenat, he had on, like, you know how girls wear very big shirts because they don't have clothes on underneath? Have you ever?
Yes.
So he did that and was like, this kind of, like, we should be doing this more. I agree. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
Like, nightgowns, they gotta make guy nightgowns, bro. Them boys look comfortable, bro.
I want my sleep outfit.
Meat just be...
Whoa! Anthony!
No, first of all, they doing it. And
Stop
that's
it with
that's
that.
the other half of the joke Kai made. Like, it just be swinging.
I was literally going to start talking about how I want to go to bed dressed like Scrooge, and you're talking about meat sweet. No, from the Christmas Carol. I want that old man stocking cap and, like, a long nightgown and, like, one candle that I carry around it. And I'm going to be like, honk, shoo, me. You're not seeing the vision.
Me.
Like Scrooge pajamas.
Me.
Like this, I want this to be me.
Hold on, show the camera.
This is going to be me sleeping.
Oh.
Like this,
Yeah,
I feel like I would get the best sleep of my life.
I'd agree. It look comfortable.
I've had nightgowns before, but the problem with nightgowns is that they bunch up around your hips.
Do they?
So,
women in the room?
Yeah, like you shouldn't sleep. Oh, I actually don't know how it is for men, or not men. People with penises, because I know not everybody with penis identifies as a man.
The alliteration, people with penis.
But for cis women or people with feminine reproductive organs, you shouldn't sleep with underwear. You gotta let it breathe. So I sleep in just shorts and a t-shirt. If you sleep in a nightgown,
I'm impressed that you're aware of that.
How do I know about my own body?
No, you said people with penises to let it breathe. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm impressed that you. But
If you wear a nightgown and you're not wearing any underwear, nightgowns bunch up around your hips. So your hoo-ha, if you will, I know I should say
I was about to say,
vulva
you
because
know
we
this
we
podcast.
literally talked about anatomical words, but it's just fun to say hoo-ha. Will be out. Like, you'll wake up and you're like, ah! What is that?
I could be wrong. Aren't there some benefits to that, though?
I couldn't think of one. If I'm sleeping alone.
We can do research about it later.
Nope.
Who knows? No, I'm saying looking it up. Elle.
Pause.
All right, bro. All right. My bad. That's Mike's job. My bad. That matter of fact, do the research with Mike then. My bad. I ain't mean it like that,
Don't
guys.
like that there's a camera
And
so people
everybody.
can see how red my face is. This is very unserious.
Dog.
Yo, what are we talking about?
My bad.
Jada and Shakira, do you all have, and DeMonte, y'all have favorite sex songs? What you be throwing it back to?
If y'all answer, wait, what?
Sorry.
First of all, what you?
Sorry.
Tell me what you be throwing it back to? He said,
Whoa! Wait, who said that?
you talking about what do we be throwing it back to? This is a male.
What? You never know. He could be throwing it back.
I was
We
literally only
inclusive,
thinking.
bro.
I was only thinking about you two. I'm so sorry, DeMonte.
What if you want to throw it back sometime? You never know, bro.
You right, my fault for assuming.
We need to do a pegging episode.
No, we don't.
Yes,
no,
we do.
No.
Comment on this YouTube video
No.
if you think we should do a pegging
no,
episode.
I'm not doing no. It won't see the light of day.
Yes,
I don't know
want to
what's
do
the-
one. Why are men so weird about it?
Because I don't know what's been the obsession with most people I've dated wanting to peg me. No.
Because I want to try it so bad.
no.
I think it'd be so much fun.
Oh.
It's about the power. It's
Nothing
about
wrong with
drive.
people
It's
who
about
like it.
power. It's about.
Put
in the work. We say humble, we devour and take what's ours. And what's mine in this context would be ass.
Okay, all right, definitely.
So I gotta readjust my hair.
Okay.
Okay.
So as we reach the 54-minute mark,
Y'all didn't say your favorite sex.
well, I don't. Editing wise, if I don't know if y'all actually go into it, if y'all could come over here and like speak to the mic just so to make sure they actually hear you.
Yeah.
I'd have to think. I have no idea.
So yeah, we could come back next week if we remember to say it.
Well, if we do one on breakup songs, we can have I don't know what my favorite song. I don't know if it's my favorite song to have sex to, but my favorite song about sex is Our First Time by Bruno Mars. I think if you didn't lose your virginity to that song, you missed out.
Oh man, she said that to me before we started recording.
Yeah.
I was like, dang, guess I messed up.
You missed out. It's about, and it's not even just like losing your virginity. It's like the first time you have sex with a new partner because it is your first time. And that song is just very good. Anything by Bruno Mars, really.
I got a kind of sarcastic question. Do you believe in born again virgins?
Like, if you go so long without sex, does your virginity regrow?
Mm-hmm.
Well, virginity is a social construct and a myth that doesn't actually exist in real life. There is no way to prove if somebody has had sex or not.
Wait, really?
Yes.
I thought there was like a medical way.
So the idea of your hymen being something that, for women, and the thing is, when people think about that, their first thought is women because virginity exists to shame women.
Shame?
Yes.
I can understand that. I never thought about it like that.
Like, when people would get married, they would literally take the blood or the sheet that you had sex on for the first time, and it would have blood on it sometimes because the woman had never done that before, which is also evidence that she was in pain, and hang it outside their window to prove that she was a virgin.
That was crazy.
And it's also crazy to think about, you don't always bleed when you lose your women don't always bleed when they lose their virginity.
Yeah, that was.
And it's highly possible that women were, not even highly possible, true, that women were targeted for something that they have no control over.
To learn these type of things were crazy. Because I always, especially as a guy, not knowing, I'm like, okay, I don't want to hurt you. And it's also so scary how bad men can be, or men, how bad they can be at sex sometimes. I had sex with somebody, and before we started, she told me, like, yeah, like, somebody's bruised my hymen before, or, like, bruised my insides before.
You can bruise
like,
your cervix, yeah.
Cervix, Mom, I'm so sorry. Bruised my cervix before. I'm like, dang, that.
You have to
Jesus.
go very, very... Your
Yeah.
cervix is quite deep inside your vagina, so you have to really slam it to bruise it.
Right.
Which some people, I mean, if you're into the pain, I'm not here to judge. I don't get it. But, you know, you do you.
Wait a minute, pain is my bad. I don't. Anyways.
What is your favorite sex song? Song about sex or song to have sex to?
Again, you asked.
There are so many good ones.
I'd have to look. Which I mean, it's our podcast. We can do whatever we want to. So
I also have "Freak" by Doja Cat on there, just because I like the sample. The "Cuff It Wetter" remix. It's called the Wetter remix for a reason. Let me cook.
Do I got?
Thank you for letting me cook.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna just say this just so I won't waste too much time. Songs like, matter of fact, I'm gonna name 2 songs. I don't think neither of these are sex songs, but I'm gonna just shout out 2 songs. One of them could be considered Chosen by Blast. Girl, you're chosen. You know what I mean?
I don't know that one.
Dun, dun, dun. By Blast, shout out, and Ty Dolla $ign. I like that one. But also a really good song. It's called Naked by Elle.
Oh my God, I love that song.
I love that song just from the message of it.
That's like, a love song.
Yeah. Oh, it is?
I think, yeah.
Well, won't you look at that?
It's a love song. It's literally the opposite of a sex song because she's... Oh, wait.
We love me.
Team. Okay.
What did you think I was talking about? Somebody else?
There's a different LMA song that I was thinking of. I do like that song, though. My older sister actually put me onto that song.
Okay.
Shout out Mary.
Okay. Type.
I'm trying to make sure that it is LMA that I got confused.
Type.
Is it not LMA? Who sings that song?
Uh-oh, you confused 2 different black people.
That's what I think I did, and that's why I'm embarrassed.
Bro, we love Elle, bro. The reason why we and me make these type of jokes is because they're so not true, and she's so, like, a great person that supports our culture, so that's why we always mess with her.
That's why I don't seem that embarrassed, because they know I'm not racist.
I was low-key about to put you on blast, tell you about
Okay, wait. I did get 2 black women confused, but they have the same first name.
So, Ella who?
Ella Iyer.
Who?
That's justified. And the
songs... we all 3 hoes?
The songs sound similar. The song that I was thinking of is We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off by Ella Iyer.
Oh, I think I know that song.
We don't have to take our clothes off.
Yeah, I know that, yeah.
To have a good time.
Yeah. That's
and it sounds kind of like Naked, and they have the same first name.
Okay.
So I feel like that is a reasonable misunderstanding. But I do really like Naked by LMA.
Okay. So since we have 59 minutes anyway, how do you want to...
Y'all irritating me. Y'all irritating me. They got the same first name. Anthony over here does not know artist song titles or anything. I get one
get thrown under the bus
mistake, and y'all come for me.
Why I get on Anthony?
I just wanted them to wag the finger at you.
With that being said, just to get to an hour, we have 59 minutes. To end us off with whatever you want to end us off with.
Since this is on YouTube and people can comment on YouTube, I don't know if anyone will, but if you want to comment different things that you might want to see us talk about, just feedback in general, we would really appreciate that.
Definitely.
And be constructive, though. Like, we're always open to feedback, but don't be like, this is terrible. Stop. Because that would hurt my feelings.
Which, I mean, that would be feedback. It'd just be feedback with stick a middle finger up to. Like,
that's crazy.
No, because we can reply to that in the comments.
Yeah, but I didn't reply to the haters on our Instagram post. But also, if you don't like it and you want us to stop, I don't think you would make it to minute 59.
True.
But if there's stuff you want to see us talk about, let us know.
And comment your favorite love and sex songs.
Please do,
and
yes.
potentially breakup songs for next week. Is that going to be next week's confirmed? It may be. Who knows?
If we don't do weird porn first.
I want to do weird. Pause, but I want to do that episode
when
first.
we say do weird porn, we mean as a topic. We're not doing weird porn together.
That episode topic. But we're always... It goes, she wagging the fingers again, which low-key pause. But anyways, we're always going to take a deep dive, but sometimes it's good to come up for air.
This has been the Going Deeper podcast.
Thank y'all for being here for this unhingedness.
We're back.
We're back.